come on, let's go. Get up. Oh man, you can have your suit back. You okay? Yeah, thanks. Tony, look. I'm sorry. Okay, don't be. No, I should have.
016 collectors, it's the Clipper King back, doing another ratings video, and this time it's the Iron Man 2 War Machine. Right, just want to start off by saying I'm going to try something new on this ratings video. Got a tip from Dean Knight a couple of weeks ago, just about using a white background between this telly screen and the figures, and that way I should be able to get a better shot of the figures without the camera going fucking mental and jumping all over with focus. So we'll see if that works today. Hopefully it will, because it's a good figure to show. Right, as always, start off with source material. As you can see, Iron Man 2 playing in plasma. Good seeing this if you're reviewing the War Machine figure. It's the end scene where they take on all other robots in Middle Park. So, good film. I do like Iron Man 2. I prefer Iron Man 1 if I'm honest, but it's definitely a film I would watch and keep watching. Really enjoy it. I do like the War Machine character, although Rhodey I'm not too bothered about, but I do think the advancement of the Mark II suit, I think it's really good. Captured it well in the film. Not a top character, like I say. Obviously he's second fiddle to Robert Downey Jr., but he's okay character. The film itself's good, not great, but if I'm scoring on source material, you know how it works. Scores out of 5, I'd score it 4 points. Right, secondly, packaging. Just bear with me because I've dropped a bit of a bollock here because I haven't put the packaging on the desk. Right, and now I think we'll bang a bit of light on. Right, back to the pretty standard slip covers from Hot Toys. As you can see, the metallic finish, it's nearly a reflective finish. It's that metallic, this one. Really nice. Pretty standard design. One thing I do like about this is, if you've had a slipcover Hot Toy before, you know they're normally a bastard to get off, but on this one they're pretty cool because it does slide off really, really easy. It don't feel loose, but it slides off well. As you can see, it's that picture on the side of Black Widow, the War Machine pictures on the back. Like I say, you can nearly see reflection at camera. It's that metallic. It's really nice. One thing, when I received this, I actually received it yesterday, which would have been Thursday UK. I was amazed. I nearly fell through the fucking floor because my buddies at Parcel Force managed to get it all the way from Rotherham to Sheffield without smashing fuck out of the box. So yeah, I was really chuffed they managed to leave this one in good condition, because they normally think they're doing me a favour by kicking fuck out at corners, but on this one they must have not remembered it were me, and they normally like to twat that corner right well for me, but they didn't on this one, so chuffed about that. So the packaging, it is in excellent condition, but it's not a brilliant package. So normally for a standard slipcover, you know I'd always give it a 3, but this one, because I like the metallic design on the front, I'm going to give it a 4, and like I say, it's in top condition for once. Right, onto the likeness. The reason, I'll explain this before I'm going to bang another light on here, I think. Right, we'll see if Dean Knight's theory works. The reason I've got the battle damaged Iron Man 3 is just to give you an idea of scale. As you can see, they do stand well together. I've put the battle damaged Iron Man on a standard stand because that one comes with a standard stand. I didn't want to put it on the bulky stand that it normally gets, because obviously it'd look a lot taller. They do stand well. Obviously War Machine's bulkier, a lot more robust, where Iron Man's sleeker. So like I said, they do stand well together. Right, the likeness, the Don Cheadle face, if I can get in, is really, really good. The paint application is very good again. Like I said, the whole suit's painted. The lightness is brilliant. If I come back to the screen, now you can see reflection of light. Got Don Cheadle there in the mask. It is a really good likeness. And the overall figure as it stands, I would definitely give it a 5. It's as good as the Iron Man that I've got, so I'd give it a definite 5. Right, outfit. Like I said on the Iron Man review, if you've seen that, it's not so much an outfit, it's not clothing obviously, it's more a robot figure. It doesn't have the true type body inside, but the design of the outfit is very movie accurate. Only thing I don't like about it, and this light on camera is going to make me look like a lying bastard, but when you've got it in your hand, it's got a really plasticky finish. What I would imagine were like the first Mark III Iron Man. It's not got the deep, rich, metallic look of this Iron Man. When you're holding this Iron Man, it looks like it's steel in your hand, whereas this one, you know it's plastic in your hand. And the lighter chrome bits, I wish they would have made a more metallic to like make the darker grey look a deep grey, like a gunmetal grey, and a chrome grey. I wish they would have contrasted it like that. And I've not got many complaints, and this camera is making it look a lot brighter than it really is when it's in its hand. I don't know if this will come out on screen, and you possibly won't know what I'm talking about, but when it's in your hand and you're in normal lighting, the contrast isn't very strong between the light and dark grey. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I will say when the red lights are on in the eyes, it does look really good, especially when compared to the white eyes of the Iron Man. The arc reactors are both the same colour, and the repulsors on the hands are both the same colour. But like I said, the head, you do get a light up head, and that's got red eyes. It looks really good. Right, so it's not an outfit as such, but to fill a category score, I'm going to give it a 4, and I'm only marking it down. I'm only marking it down 1 because I just wish the lighter parts they would have made a little bit more metallic. When you get it and you get it in your hand, you'll know what I mean by that, but it's really hard to describe. Right, articulation. Right, articulation's a funny one because you're not going to expect miracles with a robot style figure like this. Probably like a Terminator, probably like a Robocop, and others like a robot base figure, the other Iron Man I would think. You don't expect miracles, but you expect them to be good because of the price point. Now, I watched a video recently by Moggy215, and he started a new reviewing style where he's scoring them. Now, I thought he overscored on the Whiplash figure. He gave it a 9, I'm assuming out of 10. Now, the articulation problems he has with that figure, for me, that would bring the overall score way down because you don't want an £150 figure in your hand when you're scared to move it and pose it in case it fucking breaks in your hand. Now, that's a point I tried to make to him. Now, he probably understands where I'm coming from, but he might be looking at it more as, once I've got the figure posed and it stands well and I've got it in a good pose, does that make the figure a 9? Well, that could be the case, but I don't really see it like that. If you've got a figure in your hand, you need it a good lightness, you need to be able to pose it. Otherwise, you might as well just buy a statue, I think. And they do really good statues, Sideshow Collectibles do. I think Hot Toys, the appeal of them is, you can repose them and you don't have to worry about them breaking. So, like I say, going back to this figure, you don't expect miracles, but it is really good. And one outstanding feature is the hand. Now, you probably can't tell with that hand, but it's an articulated hand. Every joint in the finger moves. So really there's no need for any spare hands because you can do an open hand, a fist, you can have him doing that, whatever. So that's a really good, and it ups the articulation up. Where the articulation's hindered on this figure is because he's got the really big shoulder cannons, just to either side of his head, they do pop up. It does stop his neck turning left to right. It's really short turning space. But the gun on his back articulated, moves side to side, rotates, lifts up and down. You can put his cannon in any direction, obviously, as it's posed. It's looking direct to camera, as you can see. These sections lift. It's got a missile inside that, a collection of missiles inside that shoulder. The guns on the underside of his arm, they're like a machine gun style. They do fold down. The switch for his repulsor lights are underneath that. You've probably seen another review on this, and you know I don't fuck about with figure while I've got camera rolling. The articulation through the waist is better on this than on the Iron Man. The legs are very sturdy but do articulate quite well. The flaps on the back to reveal his jets open well and feel very sturdy. Where the Iron Man feels very fragile and flimsy, this one feels very stocky and solid. But they do complement each other really well. Obviously the mask comes down, it's magnet held. You do get the other head, what the lights shine through. I think I'm covering most of the thing. The articulation on this is very good for a robot style figure. So the score, I'd normally mark it a 4, but I'm really impressed with the hands, so I'm going to give it a 5 on articulation. Extras, same as the Iron Man. The extras he comes with, you do basically put onto him, and they're not things that you can swap and change. I said the machine guns on the underside of his arms do detach, they were extras. The cannon on his back is an extra. The spare head is an extra. He does have a chain of bullets that go from his back to his cannon, which aren't on this, but I will put them on. That's an extra. Not too much more really. You do get relaxed hands, wide open hands and fists. For some strange reason you don't need them, because like I say, these hands are completely articulated. So you can put the hands in any pose you want. So the extras, a little bit thin on the ground. But when you put them on, they do look good. So I'll be generous and give it a 4 out of 5. Value, struggle to give it a mark for this because, like I say, I bought it Monday morning. It were here for Thursday morning, so the price I paid for it is a standard price, £135 delivered. That were with EMS shipping with tracking number to the UK. £135, pretty reasonable. With this figure, I'm not too sure what it'll do. I'm hoping it'll do similar to the Iron Man from this range and go up. I'm hoping it doesn't sit like the Whiplash and Black Widow figures seem to have done. You can pick them up now for less than when they were released. So I'm hoping people get on this War Machine figure and don't choose to miss it. It is a really good figure. So the value on it, it's pretty much guesswork on value, but I'm going to give it a 3, middle of the road. Right. So to sum it up, I've given it 29 and a possible 35. Really good mark, really good figure. Most people, I think, will plan to have got it, to get it. It was one I was thinking about passing on, but when I saw the early reviews and I saw the pictures come out, I thought, yeah, you could get it in a good pose, bring out the best in the Iron Man figure. I don't intend getting Whiplash or Black Widow. I would like the Iron Man Mark 6, but if I wanted that, I would sell the Iron Man Mark 3 first. I don't want to keep having like 1,000 fucking Iron Men. That's not my style at all. I don't try to complete lines, I just try to have a cabinet full of cool figures. Right, just a little follow up on my items for sale video that I released last. Anybody interested? I've still got the Drago for sale. I've still got the Clubber Lang, sorry, not the Clubber Lang, the Apollo Creed for sale. I've now listed the Dark Knight version of the Batman. So that's for sale. I did manage to get rid of the 17 sideshow figures I showed. Got a really good price for them, I'm really happy. Which now allows me to order the figures that I want that are coming soon. So you might see a few more videos than I expected, because I was thinking Christmas is coming, I've got 3 kids, it's going to be a struggle. But now that's took the pressure off, I can order all the figures I want. War Machine were the first of them. Due next week will be Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Then I'm looking at some others. I'll not tell you who. Be standard figures most people are looking at, but you might see a lot more of the Clipper King coming up. Hope you've enjoyed it. Check out my other films. Subscribe if you haven't already. Big up to all my top men. Dean Knight, Moggy215, Dino Last, a lot of others. I'm talking to a lot more different people now, which I'm enjoying. I just forget the names when I'm rolling, so if I ain't mentioned you and I've talked to you recently, then you're top guys, big up. And Moggy, thanks for the shout out of the day, first I've had so far, and it meant a lot to me. Like I said, thanks a lot, thanks for watching, and I'm out of here.